6 arrivals, 8 departures during the transfer window. Should we meet the players? I think we should. Hello and welcome to Club 7, Episode 2 of The Pilgrimage. My name is Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I have got the first 2 games of February for you, but in a change to the advertised schedule due to rearranged fixtures, I'm going to be showing you Liverpool Away in the Premier League and Nottingham Forest away in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Since you were last with me, on the last episode, you saw us beat Wolves and beat Sheffield United in the Premier League. Since then, we've lost only once more, and that was in the very next match away to Manchester City in the Premier League. We lost 5-0. Since then, we haven't lost at all, and we have actually knocked Manchester City out of the EFL Cup at the semi-final stage, so we'll have a final to look forward to against Wolves at the end of February. But back to what's coming up on today's episode, and before the 2 matches, I'll show you what business we've done in the January transfer window. And as you can see, as I said in the introduction, 6 players in, 8 players out. So let's have a look at them in order. First signing made was Jack Murphy from Southampton, who is a left back. And a pretty solid one at that. He's 26 years of age, an Irish international, 37 caps and 1 goal for Ireland. And he's very much going to be part of the team this for the remainder of this season, averaging a 7.1 in the Premier League, so a very capable left back. Very pleased to get him in. After Jack Murphy, the next one through the door a few days later was Sebastian Breton, for £70 million from Mainz in Germany. And Sebastian Breton is a central midfielder, 4-star current ability and potential, 26 years of age, Belgian international, 2 caps for Belgium, 60 under-21 caps and 8 goals. And a very, very solid performer indeed. He's played 6 times in the UEFA Europa League this season, averaging a 7.6. So very happy to have him in from Mainz. And after Sebastian Breton, the next one through the door was Ivar Funchal, who is a Brazilian midfielder. And he cost us £11 million. So let's have a look at him. He can play in defensive midfield and to a degree in central midfield as well. So he's allegedly as good, but we've signed him as a defensive midfielder. And he's got 10 under 20 caps, but no goals, and hasn't been capped for the Brazil squad. But he is valued at £24 million, so looks like a good acquisition. And next in was Scott Guest from Fulham for £41 million, potentially rising to £65 million. And he is a 3.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential, central midfielder, English under 21 international, 32 caps at that level and 4 goals. No caps for the senior squad yet, but we'll be looking to change that for him. And he's played twice in the Premier League so far, but he's played in the FA Cup and also in the Carabao Cup as well, and impressed in both those competitions. So we're looking for big things from Scott Guest. Next one through the door after Scott Guest was Wayne Pryor on loan from Manchester City. and he is a striker, 22 years of age, capped at 17 times for the under-21s and 13 under-21 goals. So he is very much a youngster with a big future ahead of him. He's got 4 goals in the Premier League so far from 1 start and 11 substitute appearances. Yet to make his Arsenal debut, but definitely going to be one for the future, and we hope to make that deal permanent. And the final signing after Wayne Pryor is one that should be familiar to regular viewers of the channel, Eduardo Falcone from Inter, so our previous club, and we've brought him in on loan. He's only rated at 2-star current ability and 3-star potential, but we saw what he could do at Inter when we gave him a chance. He got 4 in 5 games, averaging a 7.2 in Serie A. So I'm expecting reasonably big things from Eduardo, and again, don't rule out bringing him in on a permanent transfer once his loan has finished. So with the transfers rounded up, let's have a look then at the squad as it stands now. I'm not going to show you this view, I'm going to show you the squad depth screen. I think it's far more informative and shows what we've got. So we've got Justin Bilo as our first choice keeper, Alan Ruzic as the backup, not great but hopefully won't be needed. Scala, Diaz, Murphy, Tomiyasu and Kalulu can all play left back. Centre back, we've got Tomiyasu, Scala, Diaz, Mepham and Gabriel. And then at right back, Tomiyasu, Kalulu, Scala, Diaz and Ruiz. So not a lot of depth in the back 4, but they're all versatile and can basically play anywhere. In defensive midfield, Ilic and new signing Funchal. In central midfield, we've got Breton and Guest, who are new to the club. Smith Rowe, Ampadu is out on loan, but I've left him in there as he's still got something to offer if we bring him back. And Zakarian is the weakest option listed there. On the left side of the attack, Joseph, Smith Rowe, Zakarian, Balogun and Pellistri. On the right, Joseph, Guest, Smith Rowe, Breton and Zakarian. And up front, Joseph, Balogun, Pellistri and the 2 new signings, Pryor and Falcone. So again, up front, maybe not as much depth as it might have seemed, but I think we've got good options in all areas, and I think we're well set. So let's get into the first match of today's episode, and that is the Premier League game against Liverpool. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the teams and the Liverpool game. Okay, time now for that first game of the episode, and it is Liverpool away in the Premier League. The team is Bilo in goal, back 4 of Kalulu, Diveyev, Diaz and Scala, and then it's Ilic at the base of midfield with Funchal and Yunus Musa ahead of him, Dwayne Joseph on the right, Emil Smith Rowe on the left and Wayne Pryor up front. Let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, we've got nothing to lose. We know how good we are, so let's show everyone else what we're capable of. I think that's an entirely sensible way to go, so that's what I'm going to do. We'll get into the tunnel, do a quick tunnel interview. It's not the best weather for football out there today. How do you think the conditions will affect your performance? 99% of footballers aren't remotely bothered about the weather. Where are you looking for improvements after a disappointing match against Wolves? We have to stick to our game plan. Goals win games. Absolutely. So let's see if we can score some goals. And let's get into the match. So first highlight is a Liverpool highlight. Lugo comes forward down the right hand side, crosses halfway, hounded by Ilic, but finds a red shirt. Diaz to Tadeu, back with Lugo again. Tadeu, back to Diaz. Tadeu's ball forward is going to be cut out by Kalulu at right back. He comes forward and gives the ball away straight to Lugo, which isn't advisable. Lugo plays it through, it's cut back, and Federico Chiesa makes it Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. That was an entirely self-inflicted wound, unfortunately, and after 3 minutes we're a goal down. So let's demand more, and let's see if we can improve things. But the next highlight is a Liverpool highlight, and we get away with that one as they head over from the corner. So it remains 1-0. We are in 11th place in the league on 30 points, so not a huge amount of danger that will go down. We've got plenty of time to pick up the remaining 10 points that we need. But I would like to see us get back into this game, so let's demand more, and we'll have a look and see who is a good candidate to actually come off. As I'm saying that, Liverpool have just made it 2-0. Federico Chiesa with his second of the game, and Liverpool's second goal. I think Smith Rowe actually is the candidate that's most likely, although Diveyev's not having a great game either. So probably Diveyev actually is going to be the man to make way. I don't think we'll do two, although Smith Rowe actually is now on a 6.2. So Smith Rowe, because he's also on a yellow card as well, I think that's going to be the choice we'll make. In fact, I'm not even going to wait till half time. He's dropped to a 6.1, so we're going to get him off, and we'll bring on following Balogun. It's not ideal, but we'll go in at half time 2-0 down. It could have been worse, to be fair, but we'll go and give the lads some words of admonishment. Thrash the arms. You've been terrible, sort it out. And we've made the one sub already, so let's go straight back out there. I'm not going to go attacking away from home against Liverpool, that would just be suicide. What we will do is make the next substitution. It will be Diveyev, I think. So we'll get him off and bring on let's bring on Chris Mepham, and it's Haaland through to Chiesa. Chiesa blazes it over the top. We get away with another one, and Liverpool thoroughly deserve to be 2-0 in front, no question about that. It is once again a Liverpool highlight. Chiesa, we briefly win it back, but Malik comes forward for Liverpool, finds Goodwin to Tadeu, and he finds Tonali. Tadeu to Tonali again, finds Malik. Haaland with the effort off the crossbar. Haaland is first to react and has astonishingly his 28th of the season to make it Liverpool 3, Arsenal 0 with 54 minutes gone. I think our third and final substitution is going to have to be Ilic. I was hoping to be able to take Pryor off and bring a striker on, but we're going to have to bring on Kike Ruiz, I think. So let's do that with just over 20 minutes to go. Liverpool's goalkeeper Altay has the ball, and he launches it straight down the middle for Haaland. We win the initial header, but Haaland's got it back and Bilo makes the save. So it will be a corner and we will get to see it. Kike Ruiz is on. Chiesa's corner, headed away. Balogun brings it clear over the halfway line. In fact, he loses it on halfway. Molan back to Diaz, and the highlight comes to an end. Liverpool have been thoroughly dominant, and 3-0 is almost exactly what they deserve, to be honest. We've been woeful in front of goal and sloppy at the back, and I don't think we get to do any more subs. We don't. So we are stuck with the lineup we've got. I'm not going to go attacking. We will demand more one last time. See if we can get something of a reward. It would only be a consolation goal, not a comeback at this stage. Haaland to Lugo. Lugo back to Haaland. Finds Tadeu. Haaland to Svanberg. And Svanberg has scored to make it 4-0 to Liverpool. Haaland with the assist, and that is embarrassing, to be quite frank. We've been absolutely woeful in this game, deserve to be well beaten, and we have been. We're down to 11th in a gaggle of teams on 30 points, 3 of us. The gap to Southampton in 9th is now 8 points, and it's 11 to 7th placed Everton. So any thoughts we had of gate crash in the European places, well and truly up in smoke after this game. Our only hope of European football now is to win the Carabao Cup final at the end of the month. So Pryor comes forward and gives the ball away to Diaz. He finds Altay. Diaz gets it back. Mehmet. And that is full time. It ends Liverpool 4, Arsenal 0, and I'll see you in a moment for the second match of the episode. Right, time now for the second match of today's episode as we face Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup. The team for this one then is Bilo in goal, the back four of Tomiyasu, Diveyev, Diaz and Murphy. Funchal at the base of midfield, Musa and Breton in central midfield, Joseph and Smith Rowe on the wings, and Falcone up front. Let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Right, the team talk then. We are favourites, so I think I'm going to choose the first option. So we'll pump the fists, favourites for a reason, go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. And let's go into the tunnel, and we'll go with a similar theme in the tunnel. You come into this one in good form whilst your opponents do not. Do you perhaps fear complacency ahead of kickoff? It's a different sort of challenge for us today. We have to be focused on playing our game and being clinical in front of goal. Do you think your side will find motivation a problem against a team like Nottingham Forest? Forest are very capable of beating us, especially if we turn up and try and go through the motions. Right, Skeller's absence, just being rested, that's fine. Okay, let's get into the match. It is an FA Cup game, but we do expect to win it, given that Forest are a Championship side. And quite why we are seeing Forest's formation twice, I have no idea. We'll change that to ours. And we've got our match stats up, so that's fine. We haven't had a shot on target yet, so I think a demand more after 17 minutes is not unreasonable. We're not actually playing that badly though. So we're just waiting for the first highlight-worthy moment of the match. And it looks like we might get to half-time without one, which is not ideal, although actually we do have a highlight. And it is Falcone who's bursting through down the right-hand side, plays it back for Breton. The shot is cleared and the highlight comes to an end, so it comes to absolutely nothing. And let's demand more again. Right, in terms of halftime substitutions, I think probably Joseph might be the one to come off. And Forest are knocking it around quite nicely. They're actually playing well at the moment, and they've breached our defence here. We just need to not give away a penalty for number 1 and prevent them from getting the ball across. It's absolutely lashed in and goes all the way through. Anthony on the right hand side, and Regina has given Nottingham Forest a shot lead, although he hasn't. It's been ruled out for offside on 41 minutes. So it does look like half-time is going to come with nothing happening as we hit the outside of the post through Diaz. And one more chance. Murphy down the left-hand side beats his man, gets a cross in. It's headed away. Tomiyasu collects on the right. Beats his man, gets the cross in. Smith Rowe can't apply the header. It's played into Breton, and Sebastian Breton makes it Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 1. His first goal for the club, hopefully the first of many. And that will do for the first half, I think. And there it is, Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 1 at half time. So let's go in, give the lads some words of encouragement. Shooting's not been good enough. And let's have a look at the substitutions. I think we will take off Funchal for Illich. And Musa will put Smith Rowe into central midfield, and we'll bring on Balogun on the left hand side, and that'll do for now. Let's start the second half, hit them with a demand more. We should be looking to win this by more than 1. I mean, to be fair, we're 1-0 up with 1 shot on target, so it's not all bad news. Right, Joseph is definitely going to be the third and final substitution. I'm probably not going to wait much beyond the hour to do this one. Anderson for Forest plays it in to Regina. It's back to Yard, and it's played around. Bergin, and they're in. And Regina does put it in the net this time. This one's not going to be ruled out. It is Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal 1. So we need to demand more, and we do need to make that change now. Joseph has got to come off, and the man coming on will be Palistri. And we will demand more one more time. In fact, we'll have time to do it more than once, hopefully. And it is Murphy with the throw into Diaz, into Smith Rowe, back to Illich. Diaz to the left, and Murphy beats his man, is fouled surely there. And Regina gets a red card. So Forest will play the last 23 minutes or so with 10 men. Surely we can press home the advantage. Let's go attacking and see if we can make the man advantage tell against a championship side. Into the last 15 minutes or so, still 1-1. So another demand more is absolutely necessary. I mean, the only advantage to this finishing 1-1 is we get to take them back to the Emirates, and we should be able to beat them at home. We're into the last 5 minutes. It's still 1-1. This is a disappointing result. 3 added minutes signalled. We're in it already. Will there be one more chance? It's not looking likely. And it's confirmed it ends Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal 1. So we'll go into the dressing room. I'm going to show you the team talk this time. We will thrash the arms. you weren't good enough. That's the sort of match we should have been winning. And I will see you in a moment for the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to take a look at the league table, and as you can see, with 25 matches gone, we are on 30 points with 8 wins, 6 draws and 11 defeats, and sit in 11th place. So any dreams of European football are surely gone unless we manage to win the EFL Cup. So let's have a look at the fixtures and decide when we're going to come back. And let's have a look then. I'm going to bring you back for the EFL Cup final against Wolves and the first leg of the Europa League second round knockout match. Don't know who the opponents in that one are yet, but so it'll be an all cup affair next episode. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to my channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.